Warning, no viable sources could be found for the writing of this video, as every source I could find was actually more of a Paris travel guide, which was pretty unhelpful. Valentine's Day brings into mind love and romance, and no city is more often associated with those two concepts than Paris, although it's more cheese and chocolates. But why Paris? Call me a tripster as much as you want, but as someone who has never really been all too interested in France in general, I've always wondered, why Paris? I mean, sure, it's a beautiful, well-designed city in some areas, but so is Rome, Venice, Madrid, Dubai, Hong Kong, Stockholm, etc. It's understandable why Paris is popular in general, but why is it one of the most traveled cities in the world, and probably the most romanticized? Paris isn't the only massively traveled, overly romanticized city in the world. There's also New York and London. However, in the context of love, which we're focusing on because Valentine's Day is in 2 days, it's always Paris. Paris is, once again, a good place to go for a romantic location with many beautiful and historic backdrops and attractions, but that's only part of the puzzle. This does do a good job explaining why people would actually want to go to France and rather here than, Wisconsin, but it doesn't explain why you don't hear as much about cities like Prague or Victoria, British Columbia, or Istanbul. Perhaps the real key is media attention. Paris is romanticized in so many movies and TV shows, especially old movies and TV shows, that we essentially grow up thinking of it as a romantic honeymoon destination. Paris is, of course, also one of the fashion capitals of the world, and has established itself very well in the public eye, mainly through media, as a dream destination for fashionistas, as well as romantics, foodies, artists, etc. This has gone to such the extreme that there have even been stories about tourists from Japan having to be sent back home after having thought of Paris as a larger-than-life dream city their whole lives, as most didn't do, going there and realizing that it's just like any other large, densely populated megacity, with many of its own crowding and urban planning problems. Basically, the likely answer to this is that the media shapes everything we think about cities that we don't live in. Think about it, you probably think of Paris as a city of love, Las Vegas as a city of gambling, Amsterdam and Portland about bikes, New York about pizza and Chinese food, etc. Though likely unless you live in one of those cities. Thanks for watching this video. This week I was wanting to make a video about sumo, believe it or not, but then I found out last night that there wasn't any available stock footage for sumo wrestling. So I switched to this. Anyways, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Sunday.